Hello everyone and welcome to episode 9 of our Axis and Allies 1941 strategy series. It's Interman 103 and I am pumped. I am absolutely super excited to get this out to you guys. Finally, I've been wanting to do this series for a long time and we are nearing its end. It has been really good so far, in my opinion. I've been loving it. I hope you guys have been loving it as much as I have. I'm recording all of these videos in one day because I can. And I don't want to have this table set up for very long in the middle of my bedroom, so I set it up. I'm recording them all in one day. We have people over and everything, but I'm getting it done so I can put the table away, and I have another table up behind me. That's why. I don't want to have the table behind me where my Axis and Allies normally goes on, where stuff's set up, and this table in the middle of my bedroom. So, here we are, America's strategies. So, America, like every nation before, has two options. And the two options basically are Atlantic or Pacific. So, I call the Pacific, I do call it the Pacific strategy, but the Atlantic strategy I call Operation Torch, and that is because it has to do with North Africa, and a little something to do with, landing in Italy later. So, I call it Operation Torch, and then you do have the Pacific, what I call the Pacific Plan, or the Pacific Attack, whatever you want to call it. I just call it the Pacific Plan. It's easy to remember, the PP. So, America is another super fun nation to play. I think every nation, I think this game is fun. I love playing this game, and every nation to me is fun to play, except for Russia, because Russia just dies. You know they're just going to die eventually. So, I don't really like playing Russia, but everyone else I get a kick out of because they're always fun and they're always super different. But America has two strategies. I'm going to show you the one that I do more often and that works for me, but the one that I see other people do more often, the more popular one, later. So first, we're going to do the one that I do more often, and that is Operation Torch. I absolutely love doing Operation Torch in this game. So our purchases are one destroyer and one transport, and the only reason we make that purchase is because we're probably going to lose our destroyer and transport this turn, and these are simply replacement parts, okay? So, for this strategy, we have exactly 0 attacks. 0, that's right, none. We have no attacks to declare. We simply have a bunch of non-combat movements, okay? So, whoa, tilting camera there. So, North Africa. This is why you always take North Africa as Great Britain. It opens up so many windows for the Allies, and America appreciates this. Britain, please take North Africa, Britain. But here we go. We're going to take our destroyer and our transport on non-combat. We're going to float them down to join the destroyer of the British type in Season 14, and along with them, they're going to be carrying an infantry and a tank, another chip out that I should have been ready for. Okay? So we're going to take that infantry and tank from the eastern United States, and we're going to land them both in North Africa. Now, this is the stage to take Italy, the soft underbelly of Europe. Southern Europe is usually the weakest defended of Germany, Western Europe, and Southern Europe. It's usually the weakest, so it's the easiest point at which to make an amphibious assault. Usually. I have actually never seen a game where Southern Europe is more defended than Western Europe. And Germany always has something in it. So, always. I like doing this strategy more than I like doing the D-Day, which is another strategy you can do. You can build up in Great Britain, and both America and Great Britain can be sending stuff to Britain and landing in Western Europe. You can do that, but it's easier for America to land in Southern Europe and Great Britain to do Western Europe. Gives Germany two things to think about. Two things to think about is always harder than one, which is why I do it, okay? So, the bomber and the fighter also will be flying 1, 2, 3, 4, and landing in North Africa. We're going to need all the firepower we can get. And from North Africa, guess what? They go 1, 2 into Italy and 1, 2 back. This is why North Africa is beautiful, okay? So then, over here, on the flip side of things, we just want to take everything and basically shove it into the other side of the map, except for these two infantry. So we're going to take our tank into Eastern United States, and we're going to take the transport, take it to 41 and take it around, and the submarine, take it around. And the carrier, we're going to take it around. But the fighters are going to go 1, and then they're going to go 2, and they're going to land in Eastern Europe itself. Or Eastern United States itself, not Eastern Europe, my goodness. Alright, so over here, that's what the board looks like. So this transport submarine and carrier came from the other side of the coast. 2 fighters came off the carrier, and the tank came from the other coast as well, okay? So that's what America looks like. And we only leave those 2 infantry there to defend. We don't care if Japan has a big navy, because they're not going to get through the Panama Canal. So they're not going to take control of it for at least 3 turns, so we have time. Purchase. Hey guys, sorry about that interruption. My phone decided that it was out of storage in the middle of that video. So just to finish and recap real quick, and then it's going to be out of storage again. Destroyer and transport, we just built there in Sea Zone 11, and that's because this destroyer and transport probably are going to die at the hand of the Germans, and we want to be able to continue to float our stuff over to take Italy. With that being said, that is the end of this part, this episode in the series. And again, we have one more episode, and that's the second half of America. Doing the more common, the one that I don't really do, but the one that other people normally do, and that is the Pacific Plan. Hope you guys stick around and watch it, and thank you for sticking around up to this point. Hope you enjoyed. Again, any criticism or comments you have down in the comment section, greatly appreciated, even if they're criticism, even if they're ridicule, as long as it's constructive. Please be polite. Be gentle. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. This is Enderman 103 saying peace out.